Our next speaker, Mr. Akshay Datar, Strategy and PMO Manager, Energy Efficiency and Renewable Office REAM at Russell Khaimah Municipality. Speaking on today's topic, Russell Khaimah Government Energy Management Program. Over to you, Akshay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Melvin, for this opportunity. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akshay. I will speak today about a beautiful program of my office, the Energy Management Program of the Government of Russell Khaimah. My presentation will have, I think, a different perspective compared to most of the presentations we've seen here. My perspective is more of a consumer side energy management within an industry or an office, a commercial enterprise. So before we get into this topic, I want to start speaking a little bit about our strategy in Russell Khaimah, what we're doing about energy efficiency and renewables. As we all know, the UAE has one of the highest energy and water consumption intensities in the world, alongside most of the other Gulf countries. And for this reason, the UAE has one of the largest unconditional commitments towards climate change mitigation. We've committed for a reduction of 23.5% in our emissions for the year 2030, relative to business as usual, as per the Paris Agreement. The UAE has many strategies to reach this goal. The first strategy that we had that had energy as a main component was the UAE Vision 2021, followed by the UAE Energy Strategy 2050 and National Climate Change Plan 2017 to 2050. Russell Khaimah, as part of the UAE, supports these strategies with the energy component of its Vision 2030 strategy, which is represented by the ENR strategy of Russell Khaimah. This is the Energy Efficiency and Renewable Strategy. This is how we like to represent our strategy in the form of a boat, taking Russell Khaimah from a traditional place to a modern state with beautiful landscaping, solar energy. Our strategy boat comprises of 9 rowers, each running one program. We have 9 programs in our strategy covering the different types of consumption, energy consumption and water consumption that we see in Russell Khaimah. We have 2 programs, green building regulations and building retrofits addressing buildings. The 3rd program for energy management in high energy users, industries and commercial enterprises that consume the bulk of energy here. We have programs for efficient appliances to promote efficient appliances in Russell Khaimah, a program for street lighting, for water reuse and efficient irrigation, a program to promote solar energy, for waste to energy also, and finally a program for efficient vehicles. Each program is run by one government entity, and we have also set, as you see below, targets until 2040. We target 30% energy efficiency, 20% water efficiency, 20% share of renewables in electricity consumption compared to the 2017 baseline. We have made many steps towards activating all the programs. I wouldn't go through all of them in the presentation today, but we have activated all the programs. Most notably, we've launched our green building regulations. We've started some retrofit projects. But I will share this presentation, and you if you like, you can read this further. We also have a major enabler of our strategy, which is awareness and capacity building, under which we address several consumption behaviors through awareness campaigns, competitions, energy efficiency project videos, school competitions. You can access all of these on our website. These are very successful campaigns. And we've also launched some incentives to promote energy efficiency related companies and renewables companies in the market in Russell Khaimah. We have some demand side incentives also for electric vehicles. Anyway, this was a broad introduction to our strategy. Coming to the topic of today, our energy management program in the government. Starting in 2018, we set a target for 20% energy and water savings by 2022 in all government entities in Ras Al Khaimah. So His Highness Sheikh Saud Al-Qasimi, the ruler of Ras Al Khaimah, signed a resolution, like a directive, defining the overall target of 20% energy efficiency for all government entities here. The municipality, our office in the municipality, the REAM office, issued some guidelines to support all the government entities to achieve this target. These guidelines include nominating an energy principal, so a person responsible within each government entity responsible for energy, rollout of certain quick wins, quick actions that can be done to save energy. And we mandated all government entities to audit their energy consumption, to plan for retrofit activities of their buildings, of their facilities, and to report to our office on their energy consumption trends. Under the umbrella of this resolution, under this directive from His Highness, we initiated this program for energy management in the government. This program has a plan until 2022 to reach the target of 20% energy efficiency. And this is the high-level plan for this program. We started preparations in 2019 with a formal commitment from each entity, a buy-in from the leader of each government entity, nomination of entity-level teams, so not just one energy principal, but a team of people responsible for implementing energy management in that entity. We asked each entity to confirm the scope of their energy management implementation, so which buildings, which vehicles, which facilities, which types of consumption will they include in their energy management implementation. And then the remaining steps I will describe in more detail further. So this program includes 23 government entities of Ras Al Khaimah. Following preparation, we asked all these entities to implement a set of quick wins of two types. So energy saving quick wins are quick actions that they can do with almost no investment, no spending, to save energy. So this is things like behavioral changes, switching off equipment when it's not used, setting AC set points at a slightly higher temperature, 23 degrees, 24 degrees, installing AC controls where they were not there, installing maybe lighting sensors, lighting controls. The other type of quick wins are process quick wins, which include process and organizational changes, such as someone in the energy team of the entity monitoring energy bills, having a meeting with the management every month or every quarter to report on trends in energy consumption, reasons for increased consumption or decreased consumption, having a discussion around these things, and then reporting on these points to our office. We've put in place these templates called trackers, where each entity reports to us on their progress, on their actions, and on their bills. The effect of just these quick wins was surprising, even to us. It blew us away. When we did this last year, in the beginning, near the beginning, the first half of 2020, we were in the middle of the pandemic. Some people were working from home, some people still going to the office. So we saw, we implemented these quick wins in the end of April, beginning of May 2019. And we saw an immediate effect in energy consumption decrease. So we saw a decrease of 5%, 10% compared to the 2019 baseline, but this represented a change versus even the previous consumption in February, March, and April. the lockdown and the work from home directives were not the cause of this, I would say, because the work from home was in March and April, starting from March and April 2020, where we don't see that much of a change in energy consumption. While we do see a big change in the period from May, where the quick wins were implemented. What we did further after these quick wins, they encouraged us a lot. We conducted a formal gap analysis for each government entity, showing what gaps they have versus a systematic energy management practice, something like ISO 50001. We showed them where they are lacking, where their processes are lacking compared to ISO 50001. And we showed them a roadmap of how to get there, how to be ISO 50001 compliant, to have a comprehensive plan towards energy management. And we made a common plan for all these entities. This is what you can see on this slide. Because we found that most entities have the same gaps, being entities of the same umbrella organization of the government. We made a common plan for all these entities to reach ISO 50001 compliance. And our office, the REAM office, provides them support in doing so. So we conduct monthly reports and reviews. We give them standard tools and templates, not just for reporting, but also for having management meetings, for their internal energy modeling, energy review, for their internal energy policies, etc. We provide one-to-one advice. We have a platform now, online platform to share energy data. We have a WhatsApp group. We've set up a WhatsApp group of all the energy managers in the government. And we have these branding elements which help in awareness. What we have learned from this program, I think this is applicable to a lot of entities in the region, even in the private sector, is that even with a low investment approach, which is well managed, you can get very good savings. You can get 5%, 10% of savings with nearly no investment. Just simple behavioral changes done by or managed by well-motivated people can get there. One of the most important things to get this is regular monitoring and reporting. If we are not, of course, if we are not looking at our energy bills, if we're not analyzing them, we're not comparing them to past trends, we don't even know where to start. We need to have a baseline. We need to have some measurements to know where we're going. We saw also that initial quick wins from the chart that I showed you motivated everyone, including ourselves, but also the leaders of each government entity, the managers, everyone working in them, especially the energy managers, to find other ways. They saw that they were getting 5%, 10% savings, and they decided, what else can I do? Can I change these lights? Can I improve the ducting of these ACs? They started thinking for themselves because they saw results. And the last thing that we learned is a centralized approach, somewhere where our office, for example, supports every entity centrally, can help implement this faster, can take learnings from one entity, provide them to the other to support them in their journey towards energy management. If you want to learn more, we have recently published a report on this. It's available on our website. And I will end by also publicizing a white paper that we published recently on some ideas we have on the next big opportunities in energy sustainability in the region. That's my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Akshay, for your time and presentation. So what is the next big thing going to happen?
You have to read our white paper. But we've identified a few of them, 8 or 9 of them, put them all in 8 or 9 buckets. there are a few activities that we think are needed from the government side, a few regulatory changes to encourage people to participate in the renewable energy, in the energy efficiency market. There are a few other points we've identified for the private sector, for financing institutions to encourage private sector participation by providing better financing, where government may also help a little bit. We've also identified some, I would say, market development sort of activities, where champions in particular areas in the Middle East can be encouraged to become regional and then global champions. Companies like Mazda, like Aqua Power, these guys are already regional champions. These can become the next EDF or the next NG if given the right guidance, the right support from governments in the region.
Thank you, Akshay, for your time.
Thank you.
Also, you were saying something? So
no, that's it.
In our research, we were just checking out which city or country are doing phenomenally well in renewable. And I remember Ras Al Khaimah is going to be one of the key players in the region, especially in renewables. They're going to invest some huge amounts. So wish you all the best and hope to meet you in person sometime.
Thank you, Melvin. You too. We should catch up sometime.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.